Today, my friends, we are on another journey. Today, we're going to use the British Overseas Airways Corporation Traveller's Digest, a guide to 101 countries served by B.O.A.C. in 1961. Where shall we travel to? Let us have a look. Ha! Today, my friends, we travel. Not so locally to me right now. We travel to Ethiopia. Ethiopia, the country. The East African Empire of Ethiopia, 400,000 square miles, lies between the Sudan, Kenya, and Somaliland, with its Eritrean coastline edging the Red Sea. Its position at the crossroads of Africa and Asia, I'm just going to get some water. Its position at the crossroads of Africa and Asia, so near to the equator on one side and to Mecca on the other, makes for a country rich both in historic and scenic splendor. The mainstream of Ethiopian life centers around Addis Ababa, 7,740 feet up in the mountains, a modern cosmopolitan capital. Its fine imperial palace, octagonal cathedral and museums owing much to European architecture. The palm-fringed desert town of Asmara, administrative center of Eritrea, is also cosmopolitan in character. The main port is Massawa. Ethiopia is an entirely agricultural country, coffee being the chief export. Places to visit are the ancient castles and churches of Gondar. Aksum, said to have associations with the Queen of Sheba. The island churches and monasteries of Lake Tana, 6,000 feet high, source of the Blue Nile. The rock churches of Lalibela. Lake Gafarsa, within lunching distance of Addis Ababa. Mount Entoto, and the temperate forest of Menagesha. By air, Addis Ababa is 12 hours from London, 19 hours 40 minutes from New York. Before landing in Ethiopia. Coming into Addis Ababa from Asmara, along the edge of the Rift Valley, you will fly over the Choke Mountains where the Blue Nile rises. Approaching from Kenya, look out for the monastery on the summit of Mount Zukula. Upon landing, Haile Selassie I Airport is modern with all necessary amenities. Customs quick but thorough. Drive into town takes 10 minutes. The people. Population is approximately 20 million, made up mainly of Amharas and Gallas. Also a merchant class of some 50,000 Arabs, Italians, Greeks, Armenians and Indians, and a small American, European and Scandinavian group. Ethiopia is a constitutional monarchy with a parliament of 2 houses. Religion is predominantly Christian, Coptic, with a Muslim minority, also Jews and pagans. National language is Amharic, but 30 other languages are spoken. English and French by the well-educated, especially the younger generation. The national dress consists of white breeches with plain white shirt, and shama thrown over the shoulders. Women wear full-coloured white cotton kameez with coloured borders and shama to match. Climate and clothing. There are 3 climatic regions, hot, humid plains and valleys of the lowlands, Quola. Warm hill country up to about 5,000 feet, Woina Dega, and cool central uplands, Dega. Addis Ababa is in the 3rd region, where temperatures average 61.5 Fahrenheit, hottest 89, coldest 44. Best months are January, March and May, between the small rains of February and March and the big rains mid-June to September, which come in heavy downpours, last for a few hours, and then yield to warm sunshine. The scrubby, subtropical landscape of this region is dominated by thick forests of gum, eucalyptus, kosozegba, oak, and tited conifers, at its most vivid after the big rains, when the parched land becomes a brilliant green and the hillsides are covered with golden mascal daisies. Wild birds and animals here are not nearly as interesting, as varied, as those down in the plains. See Kenya. In Addis Ababa, the same standards of dress apply as in any provincial western town. Quiet dignity is the keynote. Low-cut dresses, shorts, are not worn in streets or restaurants. Remember, quiet dignity is the keynote. Best clothes for this climate are lightweight suitings, cotton dresses during the day, something warmer in the evenings. Mackintoshes, umbrellas, stout shoes for the rainy season, sunglasses all the year round. Laundering, dry cleaning, and repair services are good. Hairdressing and barbering quite good and not expensive. Shampoo and set costs 5 Ethiopian dollars, trim for men 2 Ethiopian dollars. Hotels, food, drink, sport, entertainment. Main hotels in Addis Ababa are the Gyon and Ras. Charges at the Ras for a single room with full board are 18 Ethiopian dollars, double 32. At the Gyon, 25 single, 42 double. Private sitting rooms available. 10% service charge. Mainstay of the Ethiopian diet is injera with wat, unleavened bread baked over an oven fire and dipped in fiercely hot curry seasoned with red peppers and spices. Raw meat is a delicacy here, but in Ethiopian dishes served to visitors it is always cooked. Hotels and restaurants catering for tourists serve continental meals. You can also get snacks in cafes. Tej, a kind of mead, and tala, a beer brewed from barley, are the national drinks. Tap water is not generally safe, except in Addis Ababa. Sports are swimming, skin diving and fishing, hunting under license, polo at the Imperial Racing Club, golf, horse racing, football and basketball. Entertainments, music, folk dancing, ceremonial dancing. Cinemas show some Western films. There is a national theatre, often visited by foreign touring companies. Matinees on Saturdays and Sundays. Cabaret at the nightclub run by the Haile Selassie Theatre closes 4 to 6 a.m. Dancing at hotels and the Patriotic Association nightclub. Various foreign communities have their own clubs. Radio station is the Voice of Ethiopia, which broadcasts some English programs. English paper, Ethiopian Herald. Getting about. By air from Addis Ababa to Djibouti takes 3 hours. By railway, 12 hours on the express Litorina service. Long-distance buses are a popular form of transport. Main roads are good. Others are dirt tracks which get bogged up during the rains, but substantial improvements are being carried out. Cars can be hired through hotels. Drive on left. Taxis, white fenders, white tops, are mainly communal. 1 Ethiopian dollar per mile for exclusive use. If you're in no hurry, try a gari, trotting horse and cart, like a sulky, mule transport in mountains. Shopping. A variety of goods, both luxury and utility, many of them imported from Europe. Main shopping area is around Haile Selassie Square. In the fascinating new market, you can bargain for silver and gold ornaments, wood and ivory carvings, basketwork and wallets, purses of tooled leather. Tailoring is good. Most makes of English and American cigarettes available, $1 Ethiopian for 20. Local brands are mild, English type, 60 cents for 20. Film costs $1 for 120 to 620, $2.75 for 35 millimeter. Processing for black and white and color, quick, inexpensive. In out-of-the-way places, the camera is regarded with some suspicion, and care should be taken not to intrude on native shyness. Shopping hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Some basic facts and figures about Ethiopia. Money. The unit of currency is the Ethiopian dollar divided into cents. Notes are in 1, 5, 10, 100 and 500 denominations. Coins are in 1, 5, 10, 25 and 50 cents. Banks open 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Holidays 7th, 19th, 20th January, 19th February, 2nd March, 23rd, 26th April, 5th May, 23rd July, 21st August, 11th, 27th September, 2nd November. Ethiopia has its own unique calendar. The year is divided into 12 months of 30 days each, with remaining 5 or 6 days added after the last month of the year. New Year begins 11th September, Christmas in January. Day and night are reckoned by sunrise and sunset. Thus, 7 a.m. GMT is 1 o'clock here. Police wear khaki uniforms, grey berets. They speak some English, Italian, and Arabic. Language difficulties may prevent them from being as helpful as they would wish. Telephones automatic. Operators speak English. Glass public booths. International cable service. Buy stamps at hotels, post offices. Airmail to UK and US costs 35 cents, takes 2 to 3 days. Letterboxes, green, oblong, at hotels and main banks. Medical services, reasonably good. Attendance by English-speaking doctor costs 5 to 10 Ethiopian dollars. British, American, Russian, German hospitals in Addis Ababa. Electric current is 220 volts AC. Further information from Ethiopian Airlines. P.O. Box 1755, Addis Ababa. Suggested reading: The Fountain of the Sun by Douglas Busk. The Ethiopians by Edward Ullendorf. And that, my friends, is our guide, our look into Ethiopia in 1961, courtesy of the staff and field agents of B.O.A.C, the British Overseas Airways Corporation.